My name is Tim McDaniel, and I am from the Tulsa area, currently living out by Manford. I'm retired law enforcement, was the chief of police for the last 4 years of my tenure. Started it because I saw a need for civilian use in the police industry. The use of Taser is such a great tool for police officers, and I saw that there was a need because a lot of people have concealed carries, but they don't carry their weapons for a lot of reasons. One is confidence on when or when they should not shoot their weapons. So I thought, you know, the confidence level and the difference between a weapon, a firearm, and a Taser would be greatly improved if they had a Taser, because they know that a Taser, in almost all incidents, won't take a life, and a lot of people out there simply don't want that to happen in their lifetime. So, and there's a lot of mental anguish that goes along with the taking of a life. So I thought, you know, this would be a great tool to introduce to the civilians out there and help them train and learn how to use it. You know, my passion lies in the fact that I was a police officer for so many years, and my job duties, number one, were to protect civilians and their rights. And so in this capacity, I can reach out to many, many thousands of hundreds of thousands of people and give them a tool that would help them to protect themselves, because there's so many instances, and we've all heard the saying where police officers never around when you need one. Well, in that case, if you had a Taser, somewhat of an equalizer, if you will, in an attack, then you could ward off that attack safely and get to a safe position and call the police, and then hopefully get an arrest out of that. It's not innate in a human being to just want to take somebody's life. It's something that you have to train for, you have to get your mind geared up for, and you have to really think in your mind that you have the wherewithal to take a life should that come up. Otherwise, the people that take lives, it's just a spontaneous thing, and it just happened, and they didn't realize it, they didn't train for it. And when you do take a life, the mental anguish is terrible, because again, there's nobody that I've ever known, including police officers, that thought, you know, that taking a life would be something they would ever want to do. And when that happens, of course, the things you're going to go through are the what ifs and the whys, and could I have done something different? And then not to mention the legalities behind it. You're going to be splattered all over the news. You're going to then have a civilian lawsuit against you and or your estate or your family that says, you know, you were wrong in what you did taking this life. And so when you add all that up over a period of sometimes years and years that you have to deal with that one time that you took that life, it can really drag a person down mentally. We here at Protech Personal Defense think that the advantages are that in my research, I found that the encounters, there's many encounters that haven't even been reported, but the encounters that are reported with assaults where you couldn't really justify taking somebody's life, somebody just ran up and punched you or pushed you or whatever, if you shot them, well, then you wouldn't be justified in that, most likely in most terms. But with a Taser, that sort of equalizes that out. So if somebody's going to come up and put hands on you, I assure you, you're going to be more justified in using a Taser as a self-defense mechanism to get that person off of you and get away safely, rather than using a firearm. Not to mention the fact that with firearms, you have to have a concealed carry permit in most states. You have to go through a lot of major training, and there's a lot of associated costs with that. Plus, you can carry a Taser in all but 6 states. There are a few states that require some licensing, but very few, as compared to a gun. So you can pretty well have your Taser with you at anywhere you go. You can put that thing in your purse or carry it concealed like you would a gun, very lightweight. And for those reasons, we think the Taser would have an everyday advantage over a firearm, with the exception of a deadly encounter where somebody would possibly use a firearm on you, or maybe a knife. Think about your personal protection and decide and determine whether it would be better for you to carry a Taser or a gun. A lot of associated cost and mental anguish possibly carrying a gun, whereas with a Taser, there's a lot less cost and no mental anguish, and nobody has to lose their life. The difference between us versus the weapon would be, in cost, would be we're $499.99. You can spend that just on the gun, and then the rest of the cost to license and get your class and stuff. So we would like for you to give us a call. Let us know that you're interested in our services to you, and call us at 918-606-4497 and let us help you with your personal protection ideas.